Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Roberto Hernandez Stadium for today's USC Aiken baseball matchup between the Emmanuel Lions and the USC Aiken Pacers. A one-game set here midweek. I'm Marcus Johnson again. Thank you for joining us. Pacers coming off a good win against the Queens Royals in their first ever matchup with Queens yesterday, picking up a 6-3 victory. And today they will have Blake Siegler on the mound trying to get the win against the Lions. Pacers working with a slightly different defense than usual. Catching behind the plate for Siegler is Marcus Mastalone. Over at first base is Alex Mills. Jeff Sear over at second. At shortstop for the Pacers, we have Tyler Littlefield and Alex Mills at the hot corner at third base. In the outfield, Eric McGirt takes over in left field. The center fielder for the Pacers is Ty Gilbert. And over in right field is Jackson Hannon. And a quick look at Siegler's stat line on the season so far. 3 innings pitched overall. Giving up 4 hits, 4 runs, 4 of those earned. 10 walks, 1 strikeout. And opponents, and an ERA of 12.0. So a chance to bring some of those numbers down. Siegler also pitching in his 5th contest of the season. So leading things off for Emmanuel is the right fielder Luke Patty.
Now batting for the Lions, right fielder number 3.
Patty batting .273 on the year. 6 RBIs on the season as well. Goes after the first pitch, fouls it off. We are underway. The 0-1 pitch. This is low and away, 1-1. In there for a call strike, upper inside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Chopper to the left side. That's going to get through for a base hit. McGirt bobbles it, and thinking about advancing to second is Patty, but he'll stay put at first base with a leadoff single. That brings up Will Pittman, the left fielder. Pittman batting .364 on the year. Has 4 RBIs in total. Starting in his 4th game on the year. Pitch up and in for a ball, 1-0. Push through the right side and into right field for a base hit. Back-to-back singles as Will Pittman puts it off the end of the bat to pick up a single for himself. And there are runners on first and second. Nobody out here in the top of the first inning.
The catcher, number 24, Justin Henley.
That'll bring up Justin Henley, the catcher. Henley batting .286. 14 RBIs on the season. That leads his squad. Also has 1 home run on the year. Runners on first and second. Nobody out top of the first inning. Siegler already in a little bit of trouble. Pitch is outside for a ball, 1-0. In there for a call strike, 1-1. Fouled off. And bounces back into the field of play after hitting the netting. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Upstairs for a ball, 2-2. This is way high and outside. Full count to Henley. Siegler just stepping off. Wasn't quite ready. And Siegler deals. Up and away, ball 4, and that will load the bases here in the first inning.
First baseman, number 17, Kyle Gara.
Nobody out. Bases are loaded. Kyle Gara coming up to bat. Gara getting the start at first base today. Working with a .224 average. Has hit 2 home runs on the year and 10 RBIs. His 2 homers lead the squad. Pitch low and away for a ball, 1-0. Upstairs, 2-0. And the Pacers are already sending some folks down to the bullpen. Siegler having trouble finding the strike zone. That one fouled off, and the count 2-1. And the 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Siegler reaching for a little something extra on that pitch. Works the count to 2-2. Strikeout here would be huge. In there for a call, strike 3. Just hitting the corner. And Gara down looking for the first out. That'll bring up the DH, Brody Campbell. Campbell batting .298 on the year, has picked up 9 RBIs, a chance to add to that. Bases still loaded now with 1 out, and the first pitch in there for a called strike. 0-2 as he brushes the outside corner again. Up and away. 1-2. Foul tip into the glove of Mastalone, and just like that, Siegler strikes out a pair to get himself to 1 out away from being out of the inning. Royce Peterson to the plate now. Bases still loaded with 2 outs. Peterson batting .208 on the season. Looking to bring somebody home after the bases were loaded with nobody out. First pitch is low for a ball, check swing, and the appeal says he did not go. Upstairs, 2-0. In there for a call strike right on the inside half. 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded, top of the first inning. No score yet between Emmanuel and USC Aiken. And Siegler deals. Lined up the middle and through for a base hit. 1 run will score. They're going to wave another runner around. Third coming home and scoring is Pittman, and it is a 2 RBI single for Royce Peterson, and Emmanuel up 2-0 here in the first.
Now batting the second baseman, number 7, Jorge Villalobos.
So Jorge Villalobos will come up to the plate, and we're going to have a visit to the mound. Villalobos batting .262 on the year. He's picked up 10 RBIs on the season. First pitch from Siegler is in there for a strike. 0-1. Fouled off. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Popped up first base side, foul territory, and Mills is able to come over and make the catch for the third and final out. Emmanuel plates 2 runs, however, as we move to the bottom of the first. Pacers down 2-0 with their first at bat coming up. And the bottom of the first inning about to get underway. Pacers already down 2-0 as Ryan Smith gets the start for Emmanuel, facing off against Jackson Hannon, who's leading things off for the Pacers. Hannon batting .370 on the season, and he lets the first pitch go by for strike one. Hannon also with 17 RBIs overall, as he's playing in his 20th game. He started all 20 games for the Pacers this season. And he goes after that one, 0-2. Smith making his first start of the year. He's only been in one game so far. He went one inning and was flawless in that inning. No hits, no runs, no earned runs or walks, and one strikeout in his one game. And the 1-2, chopped foul. We'll do it over. Here's a chopper to the right side. Grabbed by Villalobos, and he will fire down Hannon for the first out. That'll bring up Scott Huntley. Huntley working with a .275 average on the year. 12 RBIs on the season. And a good on-base percentage of .458. First pitch is outside for a ball, 1-0. Outside, 2-0. And we give you the Emmanuel defense backing up Ryan Smith. Behind the plate and catching is Justin Henley. Over at first base, we have Kyle Gara. The second baseman in today's game is Jorge Villalobos, as that pitch finds the strike zone, 2-1. Shortstop is Dylan Letelier. Over at third base to round out the infield, we have Royce Peterson. In the outfield, Luke Patty is in right field. Left fielder Will Pittman, as that one is skied out into right field. It will be caught a few steps in front of the warning track by the final by Luke Patty. And the final outfielder in today's game is the center fielder, Brandon Taylor. So Luke Leisering will come up to the plate now. Leisering batting .348 on the year. Another Pacer who's played in and started all 20 games. Leisering with the team lead in terms of home runs with 4, also has 12 RBIs. And just under .500 in terms of on-base percentage with a .494 OBP. The 1-0 on its way. Leisering turns on that and rips it foul for strike one to even the count up. Leisering had an excellent game yesterday, going 4 for 5 with 3 singles, a double, and 2 runs scored. Pitching was unable to solve Leisering's bat until the 7th inning, when he flew out to a deep ball into center field. 2 balls and a strike to count to the Pacer DH. Leisering usually gets the start at catching, but he'll DH today. And therefore, call strike, 2-2. Fouled off, out of play, and we'll do it over. And another foul ball out of play from Leisering, spoiling a couple pitches. inside, and the count full to Leisenring. And another foul ball. Leisenring fights off an inside pitch. And Leisenring hammers that one out into center field. Drifting over is Taylor. He will make the catch for the third and final out. A 1-2-3 inning. Pacers go down in order, and we go to the top of the second. USC Aiken trailing 2-0. And we are in the top of the second inning as Dylan Letellier will lead things off for Emmanuel. Fouls off the first pitch for strike one. Letellier batting .297 on the year. Also picked up a couple of RBIs on the season. Emmanuel leading USC Aiken 2-0 after one full inning of play. And Siegler works an 0-2 count to the shortstop for the Lions. Low and away, 1-2. And another pitch misses low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Counts all evened up. Low and inside. Good looking pitch, though. And the count full. Curveball almost came back into the strike zone, but it just barely missed. A leadoff walk to Letellier to start things off here in the second.
Now batting center fielder number 4, Brandon Taylor.
That'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Brandon Taylor. The Lions center fielder working with a 158 batting average. He only started in 3 games. This is his 4th start of the season. And has only registered 19 at-bats. 1-0 count to Taylor to start things off. And he grounds one up the middle on a hop. Stepping on the bag is Littlefield. He fires to first to complete the double play. I think they were going to call an interference call in case the play wasn't made. Regardless, Tyler Littlefield able to turn two as we go to the top of the order with Luke Patty, who singled and scored a run to start things off in the first. Check swing on a pitch that tailed away, and they'll say he went around without a need for an appeal. 0-1. Down the middle for a call strike, 0-2. In there for a call strike 3. Great bounce back inning for Blake Siegler as he puts him down in order to close out the top of the second. We are going to the bottom of the second. Pacers coming to bat trailing 2-0. And to the bottom of the second inning we go. Eric McGirt will lead things off for the Pacers as they trail Emmanuel 2-0. McGirt batting .217 on the year as he lets the first pitch go by for a call strike. McGirt also one of the Pacers who started in all 20 games for USC Aiken this year. Also has 18 RBIs as he grounds this one to second. Villalobos puts it over to first base for the first out.
First baseman number 32, Alex Mills.
So Alex Mills will come up to bat now. Mills batting .246 on the year. 1 homer, 9 RBIs. Goes after the first pitch, grounds it to third. Nice backhanded stop. The long throw to first is in time thanks to the scoop. A good team effort there between Royce Peterson and first baseman Kyle Gara. And there are 2 down here in the second inning for the Pacers.
Now batting second baseman number 1, Jeff Sear.
That'll bring up Jeff Sear. 2 down, nobody on. Pacers still looking for their first base runner of the afternoon. Sear batting .344 on the season with 12 RBIs and an on-base percentage of .447. And he'll let the first pitch go by for strike 1. Inside corner for a call strike. 0-2. Low and away, 1-2. Fly ball out into center field. Taylor drifting over, and we will make the catch for the third and final out. Pacers go down in order again, 1-2-3. We're off to the top of the third. It is still 2-0. Lions over the Pacers. And so the top of the third inning gets underway. Will Pittman will lead it off against Siegler. Grounds the first pitch he sees, foul for strike one. Pittman 1 for 1 today. Singled and scored his first time up. Bounces in the opposite batter's box, 1-1. Off-speed pitch finds the strike zone. Swing and a miss. Chased one out of the zone. Throw down to first will get him as Siegler strikes out Pittman for the first out.
The catcher, number 24, Justin Henley.
Well, Justin Henley will come up to bat. Walked in his first plate appearance. And they're going to call that a foul ball. Looks like it bounced off of his shin guard. It rolled into the field play. The 0-1. Misses outside, 1-1. Hot shot to first. Mills scoops it on up and takes it himself for the second out. And now we'll see first baseman Kyle Gara come up to the plate. Struck out looking his first time up, 0 for 1 today. Nobody on and 2 outs here in the top of the third as Siegler deals a first pitch strike. Just misses low and away, 1-1. Bounces in the dirt, 2 balls and 1 strike. Outside, 3-1. Foul tip. And the count full. Right back to the mound. Siegler picks it up, underhands it to first to close out the top of the third. It's a 1-2-3 inning. We're going to the bottom of the third. Pacers still down 2-0. And so we move to the bottom of the third inning of USC Aiken baseball, presented by the South Carolina Education Lottery. Tyler Littlefield leads things off and sends one the opposite way for a base hit, and the Pacers have their first base runner of the game on a single from Tyler Littlefield. And now Ty Gilbert will come up to the plate. Gilbert, playing in just his 6th game on the year, he's 1 for 7 on the season. Pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Check throw over to first base, not in time. Up and in, 1-1. Soft ground ball to short. We'll see if they turn 2. A little bobble's going to prevent that from happening. And Gilbert reaches first base safely, and E6 will be the call. And the Pacers have runners on first and second now. with nobody out.
Marcus Mastalone.
And that'll bring up the catcher, number 9 hitter Marcus Mastalone. Mastalone batting .333 on the year, making his 5th start of the season. Picked up 4 RBIs in his short playing time. Chance to add a couple more now, with 2 on and no one out. And decides to try to lay down a bunt, fouling it off for strike 1. Pitch is outside as Mastalone pulls back the bunt. 1-1. Bunt laid down. It's a good one. Little hesitation on the throw as the throw goes all the way out into right field. 1 run will score. Hustling on home is Gilbert. He will score, and all the way to third base is Mastalone. A bunt that turned into a triple. Not really, but you could call it that. And the Pacers have tied this one up at 2. And now Jackson Hannon will come to the plate. Runner on third base with nobody out, and the Pacers have tied it up at 2 runs apiece. Hannon is 0 for 1 today as he grounded out in his first at-bat. First pitch missing for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0. Shot to short. Coming home is Mastalone. The throw to first is in time. Mastalone scores. And the Pacers have taken a 3-2 lead on the ground out by Jackson Hannon.
Third baseman number 6, Scott Huntley.
Now Scott Huntley up to the plate. Nobody on and 1 out. Pacers now working with a 1-run lead. First pitch to Huntley is inside for a ball, 1-0. Huntley flew out in his first at-bat. Grounded softly to third. Throw to first is in time for the second out.
Now batting the designated hitter number 16, Luke Leisengren.
And now Luke Leisendring will step up to the plate. Leisendring 0 for 1 as well. He flew out to center field his first time up. Nobody on and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And Leisendring sends that one into left field on a line. That'll be a base hit. 2 out single. Keep the inning going, and we'll bring up Eric McGirt.
Fielder number 7, Eric McGirt.
And we're going to have a visit to the mound. No, we're just going to have a pitching change now as Emmanuel's going to go to the bullpen. We're going to take a short break, be right back with a brand new pitcher coming in for the Lions. And the new man in from the Lion bullpen is Colton Bridges, coming in for Ryan Smith, who went 2 2/3 innings. The runner on first base is still his responsibility, as he gave up 3 runs on 2 hits and 2 errors. All the runs that did come in were unearned, however. And a swing and a miss from Eric McGirt for strike 1 is how Bridges will start things off. Bridges making his 7th appearance, 0-1 record in 7 innings pitched. Up and away for a ball, 1-1. And the 1-1, swing and a miss, 1-2. Outside, 2-2. Swing and a miss. McGirt chasing one out of the zone for strike 3. And the third out. Pacers leave one stranded, but they get 3 runs in the bottom of the third. Off to the top of the 4th inning. Pacers now leading 3-2. And welcome to the top of the fourth inning of USC Aiken Baseball, presented by Aiken Fish House and Oyster Bar. So every dish is served with some southern hospitality. Stop on in and tell them Pacer Sports sent you. And by Aiken Flooring. Aiken Flooring, you can stand on us. Well, the Pacers are up 3-2, and they've gone to the bullpen to bring out Joel Haney to take over for Blake Siegler. And the first pitch is chopped up the middle. This is going to be a tough play for Littlefield as he spins around to throw to first, not in time. So an infield single to start things off for the leadoff man, Brody Campbell, who was 0 for 1 coming into that at-bat.
Third baseman number 2, Royce Peterson.
And that will bring up Royce Peterson. Peterson did the damage in the first inning, getting an RBI single, which drove in 2 runs. And now there's a runner on first base with nobody out here in the fourth. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Fouled off, 0-2. Swing and a miss. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, as Haney gets Peterson for the first out.
The second baseman number 7, Jorge Filippo.
Jorge Villalobos will come up to the plate now, 0 for 1 today. Runner on first base with 1 out. He goes after the first pitch and sends it into right field for a base hit. Throws coming in from Hannon to third, and no play. So Campbell advances to third on the play. Almost had something there, but it'll be a single for Villalobos. And the Lions have runners on the corners with 1 out as Dylan Letelier comes up to bat. Letelier walked in his first plate appearance. Again, runners on the corners with 1 out. Fouled off. Strike 1. Just brushes the outside corner, 0-2. Fouled off out of play, we'll do it over. And again, the 0-2. Grounder to second. Sear picks it up on a hop, flips to Littlefield for 1. The throw to first is in time to complete the double play. That keeps the Pacers up by 1 as we move on to the bottom of the fourth. It's 3-2. Pacers coming to bat. And welcome to the bottom of the fourth inning. Marcus Johnson here. Thank you for joining us for USC Aiken Baseball here on your Wednesday evening. I had to think about that for a second. Is it Wednesday? Yes, it is Wednesday. I can confirm. Alex Mills leading off the bottom of the fourth. First pitch missing for ball one. Mills 0 for 1 today. And Mills hammers that out into left field and deep. This one could be gone. It is. No call yet from the officials. It looked like it bounced off the top of the wall.
It's a home run.
And, okay, we're getting one umpire, the third base umpire calling home run. The other two haven't confirmed yet, but if it all stands, it is a solo home run for Alex Mills, and the Pacers take a 4-2 lead. And now here comes Emmanuel to argue their case. So the umpires are convening to try to figure this one out. The call is a home run. And if you watch the ball, it looks like it went off, at the very least, some of the netting and bounced back out. And if things stand, it's the second home run of the season for Alex Mills. And now they're going to talk to Kenny Thomas about this. I'm trying to figure out what they're talking about right now. And they are going to take the home run away, and they're just going to call it a double for Alex Mills. And I'm honestly surprised that they're taking it away. That looked like it was gone. They'll take the home run away from Alex Mills and just give him a double. And we'll bring up Jeff Sear. Pitch inside, corner for a call strike. And the count 0-1 to Sear. Well, Sear's 0 for 1 today. Upstairs for a ball. 1-1. Ooh, that comes in, and that makes contact with Sear, just able to get his head out of the way of that. Either way, runner at first base and a runner at second base on the hit by pitch. And that will bring up Tyler Littlefield.
Shortstop number 5, Tyler Littlefield.
Littlefield is 1 for 1 today, singled and scored his first time up. And Littlefield tries to lay down a bunt, sends it foul for strike one. The 0-1. Sent on out into center field and deep enough to get over the head of Taylor. That will score Mills. Sear is hot on his tracks. He'll stop at third. It's an RBI double for Tyler Littlefield. And now Alex Mills comes home, and now we can say it's a 4-2 ball game.
Center fielder number 18, Ty Gilbert.
And now Ty Gilbert will come up to the plate. Gilbert reached on an error and scored his first time up. First pitch in there for a call strike. 0-1. Just missing the strike zone with a curveball, and the count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Tails out of the strike zone, 2-1. And that one is sent on out into deep right field. On the warning track at the wall, and there's no doubt about that one. That one is gone. A 3-run home run for Ty Gilbert, and the Pacers now lead it 7-2.
The catcher number 29, Marcus Mastalone.
And Marcus Mastalone goes after the first pitch he sees after the 3-run home run, and that one is caught out in right field for the first out.
Now batting right fielder number 10, Jackson Hannon.
And now Jackson Hannon up to the plate. Hannon is 0 for 2 today, but on one of those plays he drove in a run. He has an RBI. 7-2 is your score here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Pitch bounces in front of home plate, 1-0. Outside corner for a call strike, 1-1. The 1-1. Low, 2-1. Popped up. Here short. And the catch is made by Letelier for the second out.
Third baseman, number 6, Scott Huntley.
And now Scott Huntley up to the plate. 2 outs, nobody on. Huntley 0 for 2 today. Pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Down the middle for a call, strike, 0-2. Low and inside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one fouled off out of play, and we'll do it over. Ripped on out into left center field. That'll be a base hit. And Huntley was thinking about going for second, but he put on the brakes, and he'll sit with a 2-out single to keep the inning going and bring up Luke Leisenring. Leisenring is 1 for 2 today. And before we see Leisenring, we're going to have a pitching change for Emmanuel. So we're going to take a short break, be right back with a brand new pitcher coming in for the Lions. And now Luke Leisenring ready to come to bat. New pitcher on the mound for Emmanuel is Trey Campbell. Campbell making his 6th appearance of the year. 4.26 ERA, 6 1/3 innings pitched, 11 hits, 8 runs, 3 of those earned, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. And the first pitch is fouled off by Leisenring, strike 1. Check throw over to first base, not in time. Upstairs, 1-1. Again upstairs, 2 balls and a strike to Leisenring. Curveball falls into the strike zone, evens the count up at 2-2. Runner goes, checks swing. The throw to second is not in time as that hits Huntley. So a stolen base for Scott Huntley. Puts a runner in scoring position for Leisenring and a full count at the plate. And the 3-2 pitch. Misses low, ball 4. Leisenring with a 2-out walk will keep the inning going. Faces have runners on first and second as Eric McGirt comes to the plate.
Left fielder number 7, Eric McGirt.
McGirt 0 for 2 today. And the pitch in there for a call strike, 0-1. The 0-1, swing and a miss, 0-2. McGirt chops this one to first. That'll get through for a base hit. Huntley's coming home. He will score. The throw to third, not in time. It's an RBI single for Eric McGirt, and the Pacers take an 8-2 lead.
First baseman number 32, Alex Mills.
And now Alex Mills up to the plate. Mills started off the inning with what we thought was a home run, but after the umpires came together, they took it away from him. So he had a double, but he came around to score anyway earlier this inning. Pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. And fouled off. Out of play, 0-2. And the 0-2, swing and a miss. And Mills down on strikes for the third and final out. Pacers get 5, however, here in the bottom of the fourth inning. We are off to the top of the fifth. Pacers up 8-2. And we are back with the top of the fifth inning. Marcus Johnson here again. Thank you for joining us. Bunt down the third base side, and that's going to stay fair. Leading things off with a bunt single is Brandon Taylor. Ball looked like it might have hooked foul at the very last second.
The right fielder, number 3, Luke Patty.
And now Luke Patty will come up to bat. He's 1 for 2 today with a single and a run scored. Runner on first base. First pitch misses low for a ball, 1-0. Joel Haney back out there. Trying to work on another inning of relief. Runner goes. Pitch is low and away. The throw down to second is not in time. Stolen base for Brandon Taylor puts a runner in scoring position for Emmanuel. And that one hits him. Heard that from up here. And Luke Patty is aboard on a hit by pitch. So runners on first and second as Will Pittman comes up to the plate. First pitch fouled off, strike one. Fouled off, 0-2. Runners go as that one fouled off out of play. still an 0-2 count at the plate. Nobody out and 2 on. Grounded to third, and Huntley unable to come up with it. Rolls into left field. That'll be an RBI single for Will Pittman, and Emmanuel picks up another run. It's now 8-3.
The catcher, number 24, Justin Henley.
So Justin Henley up to bat. Henley 0 for 1 with a walk. Grounded out to first in his last at-bat. Pitch is in there for a call strike. And the count now 0-2 to Henley. Pitch outside. 1-0. Check swing. Managed to hold up. They're going to appeal anyway. Say he did not go. 2 balls and a strike. Fouled off. And the count evens up at 2-2. Swing and a miss. And Henley down on strikes for the first out. Okayagara will come up to the plate. 0 for 2 today. Runners still on first and second now with 1 out. Top of the 5th inning. Runners go. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. Throw down to second is in time. So the double steal works for one, but not the other. And there are 2 outs with a runner on third base as Pittman is gunned down. The 0-1. Fouled off, 0-2. Ooh, up and in, almost hitting him. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Gara. Fouled off, will do it over. Swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt. The throw down to first is there. to end the inning. Emmanuel picks up a run, however, as we move on to the bottom of the fifth. It is 8-3, USC Aiken on top. And we enter the bottom of the fifth inning. Pacers still up 8-3 now, as Jeff Sear leads things off for USC Aiken. Sear 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch, though, and came home to score. First pitch missing for ball one. In there for a call strike, 1-1. Low and away, 2-1. Ripped on out into left field, but that's going to hook foul out of play. Low and away, and the count full. Bounces in the dirt, ball 4 to Jeff Sear, and he'll start things off with a walk here in the fifth inning.
Shortstop number 5, Tyler Littlefield.
That'll bring up Tyler Littlefield. Littlefield is 2 for 2 today with a single, a double, and 2 runs scored. Pitch up and in for a ball, 1-0. Runner goes, and that one is fouled off, 1-1. The 1-1 is upstairs, 2-1. Fouled off. Down the third base side. Count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Littlefield. And a check throw to first, and it looks like they got him. Sear is in a rundown. He slips, and the tag is applied. A 1-3-6 pickoff is what you can put down in your book. And now there's one out with nobody on for Littlefield. Ground ball up the middle. Backhanded at second. The throw to first is in time. Beautiful play from Villalobos for the second out.
Center fielder number 18, Ty Gilbert.
And now Ty Gilbert will come to the plate. Ty Gilbert left no doubt in his last at-bat, crushing a 3-run home run to move to 1 for 2 on the day. He also reached on an error and has scored 2 runs for the Pacers. 2 outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And he lets the first pitch go by for strike 1. And he hits that one into center field. Taylor drifting back a little bit and makes the catch for the 3rd and final out. A 1-2-3 inning. We're going off to the 6th. Pacers still leading by 5. It's 8-3. USC Aiken over Emmanuel. And the top of the 6th inning is upon us of USC Aiken Baseball, presented by Tyler's Tire and Auto Center, proud sponsors of USC Aiken Baseball and USC Aiken Athletics. First pitch is fouled off for strike 1 to the leadoff man, Brody Campbell, who's 1 for 2 today with a single. Haney back out there for another inning of relief. He's gone 2 innings so far. And we're going to have a little meeting at the mound here as Mastalone wants to have a chat with Haney. Gives us a chance to thank some more sponsors of USC Aiken Baseball. Those sponsors being Hudson Etheridge Companies and Auto Owners Insurance. For all of your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, count on Hudson Etheridge Companies and Auto Owners Insurance. And because I didn't get the full pitch out the first time, we'll go ahead and thank them again, the South Carolina Education Lottery. When you play the South Carolina Education Lottery, you're not only taking a chance, you're giving a chance. The 0-1 pitch on its way, and that's outside for a ball. 1-1. Misses low. No, it's in there for a call strike. 1-2. That one misses low, bounces in the dirt. 2-2. Upstairs, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Fouled off. We'll do it over. And in there for strike 3. Campbell down on strikes for the first out.
Now batting third baseman number 2, Royce Peterson.
Royce Peterson up to the plate now. 1 for 2 with an RBI single. Struck out in his last at bat. Goes after the first pitch and skies it. Infield, outfield grass near center. And the catch is made by Littlefield for the second out.
Second baseman number 7, Jorge Villalobos.
Jorge Villalobos will come up to the plate now. 1 for 2 today with a single in his last at bat. Goes after the first pitch. Backhanded stop by Littlefield at short. Throw to first is in time for the third out. Bottom of the 6th inning will be underway in just a bit. Pacers up 8-3 as they come to bat. And we move to the bottom of the 6th inning. Marcus Mastalone will lead it off for the Pacers as they lead Emmanuel 8-3 after 5.5 innings of play. Mastalone is 0 for 2, but he reached on an error and scored a run. as he faces off against Trey Campbell. First pitch, changeup, falls into the strike zone. Had Mastalone completely fooled. And the count 0-1. Tries to go with the same pitch, misses up and in. 1-1. Outside and away, 2-1. That one misses as well, 3-1. Hammered out into center field. Taylor has a read and makes the catch for the first out.
The right fielder, number 10, Jackson Hannon.
And that will bring up Jackson Hannon. Hannon is 0 for 3, but he has an RBI as he drove in a run back in the third. Nobody on and 1 out as Hannon digs in. And the first pitch low and inside, 1-0. Sent on out into left field. And coming over to make the catch is Taylor for the second out. Taylor covering a lot of ground out there in center field today.
Third baseman, number 6, Scott Huntley.
6 putouts. Six putouts on the evening for Taylor. They're making him work out there as Scott Huntley digs in. First pitch in there for a strike to Huntley. Huntley is 1 for 3 with a single, a stolen base, and a run scored. Upstairs, 1-1. That misses. 2 balls and a strike. Outside, 3-1. On the outside corner, and Huntley had already tossed his bat away. And the count full.
Third base, and number 6, Scott Huntley.
And the 3-2 pitch is low and away. Huntley lets his bat go and freezes for a moment just to make sure, and he will take the free pass down to first base with 2 outs.
Hitter, number 16, Luke Leisering.
And now Luke Leisering will come up to bat. Leisering is 1 for 2, and before Leisering can get his at-bat in, once again it appears Emmanuel will be going to their bullpen. And that's the call. We're going to take a break. Be right back in just a bit. now Luke Leisenring ready to go. He was about to step into the left-handed batter's box, but he'll switch over to the right-handed batter's box as the new pitcher comes in for Emmanuel. First pitch to Leisenring is low and inside. Ball gets away. The throw down to second is not in time. Huntley makes it in there safely. And Thomas Rutherford is the new man on the bump for the Lions. Rutherford making his 7th appearance. He has 1 start on the year, an 0-2 record, and a 7.24 ERA, 13 2/3 innings pitched, 25 hits, 16 runs, 11 of those earned, 9 walks, and 5 strikeouts. The 1-0, swing and a miss, 1-1. Another swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Outside for a ball, 2-2. Two on its way. Leisenring just catches enough of it to stay alive. The 2-2. Off-speed pitch misses upstairs, and the count full to Leisenring. And Leisenring swings and misses on a pitch inside. Leisenring down on strikes for the 3rd out. Pacers leave a man stranded. We're off to the 7th. It is still 8-3. USC Aiken leading. And we are back here in the top of the 7th inning. The new pitcher for the Pacers is Connor Christensen, who's coming into the game for old Joe Haney. Another substitution as well. Trey Paluski is taking over for Scott Huntley over at third base. As Christensen deals the first pitch, low and inside for ball 1 to Dylan Letelier. And a bunt here, down the third base side. They're going to challenge Paluski right away. He gets to his feet and fires the ball over. Not in time, however. Go ahead and give a base hit to Letelier to start things off in the 7th.
Center fielder number 4, Brendan Taylor.
And now Brendan Taylor will come up to bat. Taylor 1 for 2 today with a single and a run scored. Runner on first with nobody out. Runner goes, and they almost had him in a rundown, but the throw was low to Mills, and he had to hit the deck in order to keep it from getting by him. And just like that, it's now a runner on second. Pitch to the plate is a swing and a miss. Strike 1. And the 0-1, they might have him picked off, and they do! Letelier danced around a little too much over at second base, and Christensen gets him over at second on the pickoff move. And it is 1 out, and now nobody on. And the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Chased one out of the zone. 0-2. And the count now 1-2 as that pitch just misses. Ooh, coming in and hitting him right on the back. Brandon Taylor is aboard on the hit by pitch. And now we're back to the top of the order. Luke Patty. He also knows what it's like to be hit by pitches. He was plugged in his last plate appearance. 1 for 2 today with a single. Pitch in the dirt, ball gets away, but Mastelone able to keep it in front of him. Check throw over to first, not in time. Another check throw to first, and again, not in time. Pitch misses for a ball. 2-0. Runner goes. And it's not going to matter as Patty gets plugged again. And now there are runners on first and second, and only one out.
The left fielder, number 20, Will Pittman.
Will Pittman will come up to bat now, but not before we have a visit to the mound. So we're going to let the Pacers take a little break out there. We'll take a break up here. Be back in just a bit. Meeting is adjourned. We'll get right back to it. Runners on first and second with only one out. And a ground ball to short. Let's see if the Pacers turn two. There's one on the flip to second. The throw to first, and it's a double play. Well, one pitch will get you out of any jam, and that's just what happened there. Pittman grounds into a double play. We're off to the seventh inning stretch. Pacers still leading 8-3. And we are into the bottom of the seventh inning, fresh out of the seventh inning stretch. Eric McGirt leads things off for USC Aiken. And he goes after the first pitch, sends it into center field. Taylor is there, and he'll make the catch for the first out. Rutherford back out there looking to pick up a full inning of relief as Alex Mills comes up to the plate. He's 1 for 2 today with a double and a run scored. 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. First pitch is upper inside corner for a call strike, 0-1. Little soft looper to second, and that's going to be a tough play as Mills reaches safely. And they'll call that a base hit for Alex Mills. Jeff Sear will come up to the plate. Runner on first with 1 out. Sear 0 for 1, but he's been hit by a pitch, walked, and scored a run. Pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 upstairs, 1-1. Check throw over to first base, not in time. The 1-1. In there for a strike. 1-2. Ground ball, third base side. That'll be foul. Sear spoils the pitch. We'll do it over. And the 1-2 pitch on its way. That misses low and inside, 2-2. Evens things up. Check throw over to first base once again. Mills able to get back in time. And the 2-2. That's going to hit Sear square in the back. A lot of hit batters today as Sear takes his base.
Shortstop number 5, Tyler Littlefield.
Now Tyler Littlefield will come up to the plate. Littlefield is 2 for 3 today. Single, a double, 2 runs scored. 1 was earned, 1 was unearned. Runners on first and second with one out here in the bottom of the seventh inning. And the first pitch up and away for ball one. The 1-0 popped up. All right, in the infield, they're going to call that the infield fly, and that one will be caught regardless by the third baseman, Peterson. So 2 outs as Ty Gilbert comes up to the plate.
Now batting center fielder, number 18, Ty Gilbert.
And the first pitch to Gilbert in there for a strike. Gilbert is 1 for 3 today. Over the one he did hit was a 3-run bomb over the right field wall. Reached on an error, scored 2 runs, and flew out to center. The 0-1 pitch inside, 1-1. The 1-1 misses low and inside, 2-1. In there for a call strike, and that evens things up to Gilbert. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Bottom of the 7th inning. And the pitch to Gilbert is low for a ball, full count. And the 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Got him with a curveball, and Gilbert down on strikes for the third and final out. Pacers leave a couple stranded, but they still hold the lead. It's 8-3 as we move on to the top of the 8th inning. Top of the 8th inning, just about to get underway. Marcus Johnson here once again, thanking you for joining us for some Wednesday night baseball. Connor Christensen still out there on the mound for another inning of relief as the leadoff man, Justin Henley, the catcher, is Justin Henley the catcher, I should say. He's not the leadoff man, he's the number 3 hitter. First pitch missing for ball 1 to Henley. Henley is 0 for 2 today. Walked back in the first inning, grounded out to first, and struck out as he fouls that one off to even the count up at 1-1. Pitch low and inside, and the count moves to 2-1. Outside ball 3. And the 3-1 pitch. Inside ball 4 and a leadoff walk here in the 8th inning to Justin Henley.
Now batting the first baseman, number 17, Kyle Gara.
Kyle Gara will come up to the plate, 0 for 3 today with a pair of strikeouts and 1 groundout. Runner on first base, nobody out, top of the 8th inning. He goes after the first pitch, fouls it off out of play for strike 1. Still some action going on in the Pacer bullpen. Check throw over to first base, just to keep him honest. Looks like they got Austin Sandifer throwing. Trying to get loose. The 0-1 is outside. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch is right down the middle for a call strike 1-2. Outside, 2-2. Ball gets away a little. Change direction there after it hit the ground. The runner will stay put. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase an off-speed pitch outside the zone. And Gara down on strikes for the first out. Hunter Reeves is going to come into pinch hit for the DH Brody Campbell. And it looks like we're going to have a change on the pitcher's mound as well as Kenny Thomas comes out to take the ball away from Connor Christensen. And it looks like Austin Sandifer will come in to throw now. We're going to take a short break while he warms up and be right back in just a bit. And so Austin Sandifer is indeed in on the mound. Runner on first base with 1 out as Hunter Reeves, the pinch hitter, comes in for his first at-bat of the game. First pitch is just a bit outside for ball 1. The 1-0. Up and away for a ball, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch is upstairs, 3-0. And the 3-0 pitch is fouled off into the Emmanuel dugout. Hopefully everybody was able to get out of the way in time. 3-1. And the 3-1 pitch misses outside, ball 4. And that'll put runners on first and second now with 1 out.
Third baseman, number 2, Royce Peterson.
That'll bring up Royce Peterson now. Peterson 1-for-3 today with an RBI single. Just drove in 2 runs. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Top of the 8th inning, as the Lions trail the Pacers by 5. Chopper. That'll be a tough play. Paluski comes over, grabs it, fires to first, and gets it there in time for the second out. Runners advance on the play. They're now sitting at second and third. And that brings up Villalobos, Jorge Villalobos, coming up to bat. 1-for-3 today with a single. Pitch is outside for ball 1, 1-0. Low and away for a ball. Villalobos able to lay off of it. Ground ball, and that's going to get through the left side for a base hit. 1 run will score. They are going to wave around Campbell. The throw to the plate is not in time. Ball gets away on the throw home, and advancing to second is Villalobos. It is an RBI single, for the Lions second baseman, and now it's an 8-5 ball game.
Number 12, Dylan Lillier.
And now the shortstop, Dylan Letelier, will come up to bat. 1-for-2 today with a single, a walk, and a ground out. First pitch down the middle for a strike. 0-1. The 0-1. Outside, 1-1. Up and in. 2-1. In there for a call strike. Lower outside corner. 2-2. Just misses. Full count. Grounded through the other way, and that'll be a base hit. Villalobos rounds 30, comes home. The throw to the plate is in time to put an end to things here in the top of the 8th inning. We are off to the bottom of the 8th. The Pacers' lead now is 8-5 after Emmanuel does score 2 in the top half of the inning. Pacers coming to bat, though. And the bottom of the 8th inning now getting underway. Man on the mound now is Ben Hudson. New pitcher in for the Lions. Marcus Mastalone leading things off for the Pacers. Let the first pitch go by for ball 1. Mastalone 0 for 3 today, but he reached down there and scored a run back in the 3rd inning. 8-5 is your score as the Pacers have a 3-run lead over Emmanuel, and that pitch in there for a strike, 1-1. fouled off into the Pacer dugout. 1-2. Another chopper foul. Count stays frozen at 1-2 strikes. Misses with that one, and the count evens up at 2-2. Hard shot ground ball to third, blocked, fired over to first, and there in time as Royce Peterson guns down Mastalone for the first out. And now Jackson Hannon will come up to the plate, 0 for 4 with an RBI. Pitch low and away for a ball. The 1-0 is skied in the air, left side. Letelier calls off everybody and makes the catch himself for the second out. And now Trey Paluski will come up to the plate, making his first appearance of the day as he came in for Scott Huntley. Huntley went 1 for 3 with a walk, a single, 2 stolen bases, and a run scored. First pitch misses for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0. Paluski tried to check his swing, but he goes around on an up and inside pitch. 1-1. Paluski sends that one out into right center field, but coming over to make the catch is Patty for the third and final out. Pacers go down in order, and we go to the top of the ninth inning. USC Aiken looking to close this one out with an 8-5 lead. And the top of the ninth inning getting underway, and it will be led off with a pinch hitter. Travis Volker will come in for Brandon Taylor to pinch hit. Pacers leading 8-5. Trying to close this one out as Austin Sandifer deals the first pitch for ball one. The 1-0. In there for a strike, 1-1. And the count now 2-1. In there for a call strike, just getting the lower inside corner. And count evens up at 2-2 to Volker. Fouled off. We'll do it over. That one's sent on out into left field and deep. McGirt gives it chase, and it's going to be over his head and off the wall. Volker hustling in for second. He will make it in there. It is a leadoff double for Travis Volker to start things off in the ninth. And it looks like we're going to have a pinch runner for Volker, as Demetrius Foster comes into the game, and Kenny Thomas is not going to take any chances. He is headed out to the mound now, as it looks like we're going to have a pitching change for Sandifer. We'll be back in just a little bit with a brand new pitcher. And so the new pitcher is in there, and that is Austin Hom. Luke Patty will come up to the plate again. He is 1 for 2 today. Singled, scored a run, struck out, and has been hit by a pitch twice. Runner on second base with nobody out here in the top of the 9th inning. And Ham's first pitch is fouled off out of play for strike one. The 0-1. Lower outside corner for a call strike, 0-2. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Ham takes down Padding on strikes for the first out.
Fielder number 20, Will Pittman.
And now Will Pittman up to the plate. Pittman is 2 for 4 today with a pair of singles, an RBI, and a run scored. Still one runner on second base, 1 out. First pitch to Pittman is right down the middle for a strike, 0-1. And Ham steps off the mound. Now he's ready. The 0-1 fouled off, 0-2. And now we'll have a meeting at the mound between Mastalone and Ham to go over something. And the 0-2 pitch just misses outside, 1-2. Fouled off out of play again, and the count stays frozen at 1-2 strikes. Inside, 2-2. And the 2-2 turned on and sent a mile, but foul. And we'll do it over. Swing and a miss. And Pittman is down on strikes for the second out. That brings up Justin Henley, the last chance for the Lions. There's a runner on second with 2 outs. Henley is 0 for 2 with a pair of walks, a strikeout, and a run scored. First pitch to Henley is outside, 1-0. Outside corner for a call strike, and that evens things up at 1-1. Turned on and ripped foul. And the Lions are down to their final strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second in the top of the 9th inning. Pacers leading by 3. And Hom deals. Swing and a miss. That will do it. The Pacers pick up the win here on Wednesday night, defeating Emmanuel by a score of 8-5. Pacers scoring their 8 runs on 8 hits with no errors. Emmanuel picking up 5 runs on 11 hits with 2 errors. But with that win, USC Aiken will go into the weekend series on a high note. Pacers will be back in action on the weekend for the weekend series when they take on Columbus State. Game 1 is at 6 o'clock this Friday evening, with Game 2 following that up on Saturday at 2 o'clock. Game 3 is scheduled to go at 1 o'clock p.m. on Sunday to close things out. But the Pacers are now 12-8 overall on the season headed into the weekend series. But until then, I am Marcus Johnson. Thank you for joining us for Wednesday Night Baseball, and have a good one.